What's up, you fools? Matt, ESC United, your favorite Eurovision channel. Another week, another Melodifestivalen in Sweden. Semi-final 3 is coming up, and the snippets were out. I got to listen to them and enjoy them, and let's be real here. I looked around, and I listened to the clips, and I was like, this is good. I really like this. And then I go to a forum on ESC United, I go on Twitter, and I see all these comments being very negative about the entries and everything sucks, and I'm like, why? Why? I thought this is a really good setup here, and I know apparently people just don't like this music. I'm very disappointed, but I thought there were some really good options here. Granted, it's all just based on a short snippet, but I was very, very interested. So my dear sweets, I don't care what anybody else says, I thought this was a really good semi. But with no further ado, let me tell you the 2 songs that I think should go through, the 2 songs that in my view should go to Andra Chansen, and the 3 songs by default that should be eliminated. Let's talk about the songs first that I don't know if they have enough. But keep in mind, there are a lot of songs that I like. So, this is, I guess, a good problem to have. But starting with the song that had the least amount of impact, and then technically my 7th place, and that is Tribe Friday. And even though this one isn't even terrible, it's sing-along at least, I'll give it that, but I'm just not vibing with the song. And you know, sometimes you vibe with the song, and sometimes you don't. I'm not vibing here. I guess it's just like an album filler to me, for the lack of a better word again. And there are some issues I have with it. It's a bit too messy, and for that reason becomes quite noisy and unpleasant to my ears. So not a standout piece, unfortunately, therefore, out of all the ones that had the least amount of impact on me. Now moving on to my 6th place, and it's getting a little bit more tricky already, actually. Who would have thought? Because I already like this one quite a bit, but that is Lisa Miskovsky, and this is the semi-final of Pleasant Melodies to me. At least I'm jiving with it. It's heartwarming, it's cozy, it's like you put a blanket around you and it makes you feel, oh. The chorus is just really, really nice to me. I just really enjoy it. Now, Lisa's song probably needs a lot of support from like the adult, the grown-ups, to actually do something like at least Andra Chansen, because I don't think the youngsters will like it. And I always get surprised when I see, like last week, there is a 3 to 9 category, so people from the age of 3 to 9 have their own bucket, which is, I think, is ridiculous. They shouldn't be voting. They should be in bed at that time. Maybe those were just my parents putting me to bed early, but hey, I'm old-fashioned. My 5th place, also a song that just missing out, is Lancelot. And finally a song in slot 2 that I actually like this year. So far they've been kind of more like meh to me. This one, piano, guitar, always works for me, and it's just a sweet voice that is quite heartwarming, the song overall. I'm ready to hear the full song. This is one of the ones I need to get the vibe, because it feels like that will make it complete even more. One of the better ballads though in the running so far in Melodifestivalen, I will say. It's what I like about it. It's not overproduced. It just comes across as cute and more generous and genuine to a certain extent. I hope it'll capture some of your hearts, because I wouldn't be sad if this were to go through to Andra Chansen. I think this has a lot of good qualities to it. But sadly, those are the 3 songs that I would eliminate. I didn't enjoy this part at all. But let's talk about the good stuff, the songs that are in my top 4, therefore Andra Chansen, and ultimately direct to the final. The song that for now, I'm putting in 4th place is Faith Kakembo. Probably one of the more slick ballads out there, in my view, and a really great singer. I just know the staging will be beautiful. It just asks for it. Absolutely. I acknowledge the quality here and the execution. The chorus, like freedom, is very like, whoa, powerful. And she has a really good voice, which didn't really come out in her last effort, Crying Rivers, I think it was called a few years ago. So this is way better. By the way, what the hell, Sweden? What the hell? Why didn't you spread the songs out a little bit more in the semi? Semi 1 is calling. They won some of these songs. I'm worried about the stage presence. The only thing with Faith, I think she needs to loosen up. I'd be a little bit more like, let us in a little. And that was my concern the last time. Hopefully that will be the case this time around. But I want this probably at least in Andra Chansen. The song I also want to see in Andra Chansen on my list, Linda Bengtzing, the queen of Schlager in my view, and she is back. Hasn't done too great as of late, I guess, in Melfest. She just started off great, and then she kind of What I love about it, it's unapologetic Schlager, not pretending to be something that it's not. It's just, this is my music, here we go, enjoy it or don't. And that is for me better than some of the other stuff that they're trying to pretend something that isn't real. Now, it's enjoyable to me. I love for Sweden to send something a little bit more like that, which I know it's not going to happen, but one can only dream. She doesn't go to AC though. I'm going to be mad. I'm going to be really upset. And there's a good chance she might not. But whatever happens, Linda, I want you to know that I cannot wait to hear your whole song, and I will bow to the Queen and the Schlagerlicious music that I hope to hear from you. Never change regardless of the outcome. This is fun, a little loud, a little messy, but it's fun. That means the two songs that I will put through to the directly to the final, according to my taste and my first impression. My first impression, and on my other videos, people came back after the show and like, oh, you're not real. Like, yeah, well, now I know they suck. But for now, I want to see Cazzi, Opeia directly to the finals. I love that snippet. I absolutely love that 1 minute. It was enjoyable. It's like Marina and the Diamonds went to Sweden. I got a little bit of vibe of that. And I'm a big fan of that kind of music to begin with. And this is the kind of sound that Sweden... What is Sweden? Sweden is really good at. And it's sing-along, it's danceable, has so many good qualities to it, from what I absorbed at least. The staging potentials are also endless here. I cannot wait to see what they're going to come up with. I know this will be on my playlist for the time being, regardless of what's going to happen. The studio version is going to be awesome. It's just uplifting and exactly what I like. Just know, Cazzi, please wow us on Saturday. You deserve a great show. It's a great opening number. And then the song that I most definitely want to see directly to the finals is Anders Bagge, and this one has to go through. Heck, just based on a minute, I wouldn't be bad sad if it won. But listen, it's a beautiful orchestration, and I got goosebumps. I absolutely got goosebumps when this came up. The grand chorus, the vocals, it was so impactful, so good. This will stand out. What a moment. What a moment that was, just in that 1 minute, and it wasn't even the whole song. I was impressed. I just wish, the only thing I will say is I wish they get rid of that Thomas Gison trademark, this, we are. I'm like, that part really took me out. That kind of, I didn't like. That was unnecessary. But regardless, I'm absolutely on board here in Sweden. You want my support? Make it happen. Put this one through. This one deserves the reward. And thinking about it, it almost gave me, I think, why I think about it. You remember Spain 2012? Kennedy, conmigo. I'm getting a little bit of a vibe here, just like a version 10 years later kind of thing. Is it cheesy? Yeah, a little bit, especially the lyrics, but God, it totally got me. It totally worked for me, and I'm hoping this will happen to a lot of other people. So, as said, those are my choices for direct to the final, Anders Johnson, and etc. And once again, my Swedish friends, I don't know why other people feel it's not a good show. I thought it was fantastic. If this was a semi in any other country, if Latvia or even Germany would put forward that, they'd be like, oh yeah, this is pretty good. But Sweden, it's like... No, I think it's a great choice, and I'm super excited for Melodifestivalen, and it's on paper, unless everybody sucks on Saturday, but on paper, the strongest semi yet. Now I would love to hear from you. Tell me I'm wrong and they all suck. Bring it on. I'm ready for it. Bring it on. Or maybe you agree with me as well. Or maybe you're in between. You know, anything is possible. Whatever it is, leave your thoughts below in the comment section. I'd love to hear from you. All right, I'm moving on. I'll see you all. Why am I clapping? I'll see you all later.